Fellas, how's it going? We are finally here after all this time, the biggest moment of the story. We are finally here. Issue 24. Not even gonna waste your guys' time, so this picks up right away after the events of issue 23 with Optimus Prime and Megatron just bashing heads and just throwing it down. And we see even more of that in the next couple pages here as Optimus and Megatron just keep exchanging blows back and forth. But we see Optimus just transforms with this trailer and everything. It just hits Megatron in the truck mode. It's so freaking cool. He shoves Megatron to this fuel tank trailer, and we see Optimus say, "You think I am weak, but just because I care for the innocent doesn't mean I can't beat you into submission." As we see Optimus completely dive on top of Megatron and this fuel tank trailer, creating this huge explosion, knocking Megatron back. And we see this family who are by this explosion and this fight, and they're in this car. And we see Megatron say, "It doesn't matter how skilled you are in the art of combat, not when your love for these weaklings hamper your mighty self." And we see Megatron stomp on this family's car, just completely destroying them, because Megatron sucks. Like, this is terrible. It just smashes on this car, and we see Megatron taunt Optimus, saying, "Do you still want to fight?" and tells him you might hurt one of them or all of them. And we see Megatron just exploiting Optimus's only weakness, which leads to him hesitating. As the next page, this whole fight goes sideways for Optimus Prime, as this fight goes into Megatron's favor, as he shoves Optimus back and forth and asks Optimus what's the matter, and demands Optimus to fight back. But Optimus Prime hesitates more, saying he doesn't because of the humans. And we see Megatron pummeling Optimus over and over, saying you can't make the hard choices and you can't lead this way, and that you can't save Cybertron this way. And everyone just hold on as our commander goes through the ringer even more. Yes, I'm not kidding. He goes through it even more. And I know this is very fast paced, but just stay with me here, as this is typically how all the finales of the arcs are for each volume. But we see Megatron isn't done yet, as he commands Starscream and Laserbeak. And I want you guys to pay attention to Starscream here as well, as when Starscream holds Megatron in his gun mode, he asks if he should take down Optimus, but Megatron says no, as we literally see Laserbeak and Starscream carry Optimus up, fly him up in the air so high, and then they just drop him down, and Optimus is literally just dropped, and he gets impaled. He gets impaled by this building. It's insane. This is insane. And we see Megatron tell Optimus that he will keep him still for his final lesson. And we kind of see on the next page, we see RC and Ultra Magnus and all the other Autobots who are just pretty much done, you know, taken out. But RC and Ultra Magnus are barely hanging on, and are just, somehow, some way, they're barely hanging on. And we see Spike and Carly running to Ultra Magnus and RC, and they're just running for their dear life. And here comes Starscream out of the smoke. He hears like a freaking jump scare, just chasing down Carly and Spike. We see on the next page that Starscream did not only just get Spike and Carly, he also got Beachcomber, who's still alive. Yeah, that's great. Beachcomber fans all the way up. Stocks are up, baby. And we see Megatron show Optimus his final lesson, and that's to choose. And that's whether to choose Beachcomber or Spike and Carly. And that if he doesn't choose, they will both be destroyed. And we see Megatron transform again into his gun mode as Starscream wields him. And we see Optimus begging Megatron to not let him choose. And we see Beachcomber tell Prime to let it be him and let him to take the bullet. But Optimus denies this and tells Beachcomber no, and that he doesn't want to choose. Which Megatron tells Starscream very well, and to start with the humans. As we see Starscream pointing Megatron in his gun mode at Spike and Carly. And Starscream replies to Megatron saying gladly. As we see Starscream getting ready to pull the trigger, until we see on the next page, Omega Supreme. And if any of you guys are confused here, remember back in issue 20, when Megatron had that little Energon cache area, he actually did in fact light the beacon for the Guardians to appear, but kind of just brushed off like, oh, the Guardians abandoned us long ago. But we see Omega Supreme appear as he flies over the Earth. Now, he's not going to do anything here for this like actual fight, but the fact that he's here flying over Earth, like an actual Guardian coming to the call to the beacon, it's insane. It's stunning both Optimus and Starscream. Specifically Starscream here, as we see Starscream freeze, as if it's all coming back to him. Everything that was before Starscream. And when he was Ulktar, I'm always going to butcher that name. but Ultstar waves at the Guardian robot, ignoring Megatron's orders, and we see Ultstar say his name and his eyes turn blue, essentially reverting Starscream back to Ultstar. It's so beautiful. It's so crazy. And as we see the Guardian flying away, we see Megatron shoot Starscream. And I want to ask you guys this before we kind of dive further into this, but do you guys think Megatron shot Starscream here in the face, or was it Ultstar shooting himself? Because it's kind of hard to tell the difference here, because Megatron says no, and then he calls Starscream a pathetic vessel, and that he should have never chosen him. So I don't know. I would love to know your guys' thoughts. Do you guys think this was an Ultstar moment, or do you guys think this was Megatron just shooting Starscream and be like, all right, you're done. Like, if I'm not controlling you, then you're done. It could be both. It probably is the latter option, if I'm being honest. But I just find this so interesting here that Ultstar returns. It's crazy, and all it took was Omega Supreme. It's so good. I love it. I love it. But we see Megatron continuing what he wanted to do, which was destroying Spike and Carly right in front of Optimus's eyes. But right before Megatron pulls the trigger, we see Shredhead appear, slicing Megatron's arm, and this just looks so freaking good, bro. I love it. I love it so much. I love it. Shredhead makes easy work of Megatron slicing his fusion cannon arm, not completely off, but just slicing a good chunk of it off. And we see Shredhead take him down with ease. And I love how Shredhead sees Carly and tells her that Cliffjumper says hello. This whole sequence is just so freaking good. And we see also that he takes down Soundwave with ease. It's just, this dude, do not mess with Shredhead. It's just, oh, I love this guy. I love this guy. He's so cool. I love this guy. But on the next page, we see Shredhead help Optimus off this pole that he was impaled on from Megatron. And we actually see Megatron pleading for mercy. Or have we seen this before? It's crazy, because this is literally an 86 movie reference, and I love it because this is what should have happened in the 86 movie, as Optimus Prime says, "You who are without mercy, now plead for it." And Optimus takes the pull out of him and just completely knocks Megatron out of the park and says, "I thought you were made of sterner stuff." And yes, Dude, I love the 86 references. I love it so much. Oh my god. Well, we see Devastator catch Megatron on the next page, and we see Bruticus pick up Starscream, who's actually somehow still alive, despite missing literally half of his head. And Decepticons retreat, and that's pretty much how this conflict ends. They just kind of retreat. If you guys were expecting Megatron to die, well, you guys were wrong, because honestly, that would kind of suck, as Megatron was just introduced in this volume. So Decepticons make their retreat. And on the next page here, we kind of get a nice closure with Sparky's character, as we see another memory of Sparky. And this time, it's not a corrupted vision that Optimus has been seeing this whole story. It's actually the original memory, which was when Sparky first held Spike when he was born. And it's just so beautiful. It's so good. We see Optimus Prime making sure Spike is okay on the next page. And I really love this interaction. These next couple pages are just really actually beautiful in general, but we see Optimus Prime and Beachcomber interact with each other, and Beachcomber says to Optimus that he's sorry and that he wishes that he could have done more. But Optimus says no more apologies, and that it is okay, and that you are the best of us. And we see Optimus hug Beachcomber. It's so wholesome, dude. I love it so much. And we see Carly mention that the sun is going down and the power is gone. And for the whole city, it's nothing but just darkness. And Carly mentions that Optimus' chest is glowing, which Optimus says the Matrix has been cured, and that he has been cured from Megatron's, corruption plague thing that we saw a couple issues back, and that the Matrix is slowly coming back to life, which I know you guys will love this, as Carly says the light is so small, which Optimus says, small, yes, but still mighty. And wow, dude. What a way for this story arc to end. And I can't believe 24 issues has just come and gone so quickly. I can't believe it's been 2 years of the Energon universe. And I cannot wait for issue 25 and the new story and Mora and Kirkman coming in. But man, let's give flowers to Daniel Warren Johnson and Jorge Corona for what they have built for this universe, especially the Transformer side of things. as this channel mainly just covers the Transformers stuff. But man, it's been an awesome ride. It's been an awesome ride, and I mean, you guys know this, I've talked about it before. I wasn't really ever into Transformers comics, and this story has been the perfect gateway for me. And I also want to say and believe that this was a perfect gateway for a lot of people to explore this side of the fandom. And I couldn't be any more grateful for all of you guys watching the videos, but also this story, man. I feel like the story is like been super rich. I know there's some things that people don't like, there's some things I don't like, but dude, this story as a whole, I loved it. I love this story arc, and I just want to say thank you to Daniel Warren Johnson. Thank you to everyone at, you know, Skybound Image Comics for creating this awesome story arc, and I can't wait for issue 25. It's been awesome. It's been awesome. Look at me getting all emotional. Anyways, what are you guys' thoughts on this story? What are you guys' thoughts on this issue? Rate it out of 10. Let me know down below your guys' overall thoughts on this story itself. I liked it, man. It was really good. Yeah, I love it. And with that being said, I will see you guys all in the next one. Later.